We're on record. Good evening and welcome to the meeting of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Board of Adjustment. It is Wednesday, May 6, 2026, and it is 7:21 p.m. Announcement is made that adequate notice of this meeting has been given and that it's being conducted in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6 at set of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call, Jaskowitz.
Here.
Mazzarella.
Here.
Parsippany.
Yes.
Okay, Ready.
Present.
Grignani.
Present.
We have our board planner, Mr. Chadwick.
Present.
Board engineer, Mr. Lemanowitz.
Here.
Board attorney, Mr. Johnson.
Here.
Would you please stand with our board and say the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on something other than that is what is on our agenda this evening? I see none. Mr. O'Neill? Yes?
Hold on a minute.
Yes.
You just want to mention something?
Please come forward.
Is this on something that is not on tonight's agenda, or is on tonight's agenda?
Even though, what is the agenda? We're going with the construction project of 19 Madison Avenue.
No, that's on the 7th, that's on the next meeting. This is the 7 o'clock meeting. If you're here to discuss something that's on the agenda for the 7:30 meeting, that'll come next. Okay?
Mr. O'Neill, how would you like to proceed?
So, Mr. O'Neill, as you can see, there's currently 5 members of the board. This meeting was a special session meeting scheduled for 7 o'clock. There's also a 7:30 meeting tonight in which there are applications that are going to be heard. So, given that there's 5 members on the board here and we're starting at 7:25 instead of 7, the board should make a decision as to whether they want to hear your application tonight, whether you want to carry the application to a later date. I think the board is sympathetic to your client's situation, that they wanted to start, obviously, at 7 o'clock, but didn't have the requisite number of members in order to do so.
Would it be possible to wait just a few more minutes and see if the 6th member is going to show up? Is there any anticipation that might happen?
That's going to happen.
Okay.
Bill, is one of these options to ask to be carried to the 7:30 meeting?
Yeah, I suppose you could ask to be carried to the 7:30 meeting. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I would like to do that.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Then,
We need to vote on that.
would you mind, there's 2, I think, relatively short, maybe not, since there's objectors, applications. Residentials on the 7:30? Do you want to go to the end of that meeting? You want to start at the beginning of that meeting?
That's
Obviously, you want to start at the
loaded.
beginning of that.
That's a loaded
Yeah.
question.
They'll be short, the 2 residentials.
Okay, so, you're asking that this be carried to the 7:30 meeting?
Yes.
Okay, so you need a motion and a second.
May I have a motion, please?
Motion to carry. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill.
Thank you.
Thank you to your
You
applicants.
need to adjourn.
Loretta?
We're on record.
One moment, please. Okay.
You can't.
All right. You don't have to do the pledge of allegiance.
Right, good evening. Welcome to the meeting of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Board of Adjustment. It is Wednesday, May 6, 2026, and it's 7:32 p.m. Announcement is made that adequate notice of this meeting has been given and that it's being conducted in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6 at set of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call, Mr. Jaskowitz.
Here.
Mr. Mazzarella.
Present.
Mr. Parsippany.
Parsippany.
Mr. Parsippany. Mr. Reddy.
Present.
Chairwoman Grignani.
Present.
We have our board planner, Mr. Chadwick.
Present.
Our board engineer, Mr. Lemanowitz.
Here.
And our board attorney, Mr. Johnson.
Is there anyone in the audience that has any questions on something other than is on our agenda for this evening? I see none.
You have to wait until we get to that application. She's asking anything other than what is on the agenda.
Mr. O'Neill,
No, do you want to do your resolutions first? Or you want to?
you want to?
Sure. So before we get to tonight's agenda, Mr. O'Neill, can you come up on your client's application, the Trivedi application, which is 2466?
Yes.
So, as you can see, there are 5 members of the board present, okay? This is, I think, the 3rd time that this board is hearing the application. One of the board members who's present was not present during those prior hearings. Despite being provided with the videos, I cannot state with certainty that the board member watched the videos. So that board member is not going to be able to vote on the application this evening. Now, it seems to me there's 2 ways to potentially handle this, okay? Either we carry the whole application for another night, and we don't take any testimony tonight, okay? Or if you want to go through perhaps your planner's testimony tonight and get that on the record, and then come back at a different time to hear the rest of the application so that you're not bringing your professionals back twice. I don't know how, I have not discussed that with
Let me
the
ask you a
board.
question. Is that even, doesn't he need to know the back info before he gets to hear his info? Do you don't think that's a little importance to that?
Legally, he can't vote on the application.
No, that I get.
Yeah.
But he's going to be, doesn't he need to know the beginning of the story
Well, that
before?
hopefully he has the video.
No. My point is that the plan is gonna come up, and we have previous information that he doesn't have. He's gonna ask some questions that he doesn't know. We really, unfortunately,
It's a good point.
we really should, unfortunately.
Yeah. I was just trying to.
I know, it's unfair.
Yeah.
We need
Very
to
much,
be
yeah.
responsible to the parties presenting, but you know where I'm coming from.
I think it puts their planner in a difficult position in
Yeah.
that the planner usually addresses outstanding issues. And if we haven't had all of the case but for the planning rationale, I don't think the applicant gets full value.
When's as soon as we can get them on?
You know what, we could do a special our next meeting if that works out for them.
Yes, 100%. We should do that.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
okay.
When's the next meeting?
May
Mr.
20th.
O'Neill, the
Joe?
board just discussed rescheduling this for the next meeting, special meeting.
We'll have a special meeting
May
for you.
20 at 7 PM.
We don't want to be unfair and make you wait any longer, because this is on our end. It's not it's not on them. So that's the
I
right thing.
appreciate that, Ms. Perry. So that,
May 20th at 7
do all
o'clock.
the testimony.
May 20th?
You got it, Joe. Sorry
May
about that.
20th, 7 o'clock.
Those of us up here do apologize to you guys.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
We have another meeting.
So you need a-
May
you need-
20th at 7.
No, we have to.
You need a motion and a
Motion,
second?
please.
Motion to,
Second.
carry.
With no further notice and all extensions, correct?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill.
Thank you, and
Thank
thank
you.
you, Mr. and Mrs. Trivedi. Thank you, Mr. O'Neill.
Okay, now, back to the regular scheduled program. So you gotta watch those videos.
Yes.
Will they get that?
Well, we had, one down there, late, and Mr. Modi.
Because they didn't put it.
Darn.
No?
Okay.
The next-
Betty did not come, but Betty Lou.
No, Betty Lou is out of state for her sister.
Good evening, everybody.
Good night.
Good evening.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna do resolution.
Resolutions.
Oh, resolution. Sorry about
More
that.
Yes.
resolutions, please.
All right, so we have 5 resolutions, all the same people can vote. We have application 2610, 3 Graham Court, 2604, 19 Minnehaha, 2602, 15 Robert Street, 2565, 540 Vale, and 2581, 354 Kingston Road. Those who can vote are Jaskowitz, Parsippany, Reddy, and Grignani. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Application 25:40, Mark Tell, 18 Jefferson Avenue, Block 598, Lot 25, Zone R4. A C variance to legalize a shed contrary to Section 430-10C, side and rear yards, Section 430-I01, and Section 430-34, columns 10 and 13. This application was carried from March 13th, 2026. Mr. Tell, good evening.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can sit down, just state your name and spell your last name for the record. Tell, T-E-L-L. Okay, Mr. Tell, you've been here a couple of times already. Yes. So the last time that you were here, my recollection is that you were gonna come back with some photographs of the inside and the outside of the shed and discuss with the board what modifications that you either had made or were willing to make to the shed. And I do recall that with respect to those modifications, you were gonna go back to the zoning officer and have her recalculate the variances that you still need with respect to this shed. Now, what have you done since the last meeting?
Okay, so if I can present these.
What is it that you have?
It's the before and after couple, but it's all the plumbing, the toilet, the shower, and.
So these are pictures of the inside of the shed?
Yes.
These are pictures you took yourself?
Plumbing issues, that all the appliances are out and things are plugged off.
Okay, so these are, how many pictures do you have there?
I have enough for everyone.
Okay, so everyone has their own page of pictures?
A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3. So
Okay, so why don't you,
Just, we'll pass it out. Bring it down here.
yeah, bring them all down to the board secretary, so she can put an A1 on there with today's date.
Okay, you can keep one.
I didn't bring that file.
And then, it's okay, you can cheat off.
Oh, here, I have,
Okay, so this,
Oops, sorry. Thank you.
Maybe I thought you maybe, yeah.
Thank you. Just to
Yeah, enough. I thought maybe not
There's
enough.
plenty.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's plenty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
okay, so, Mr. Tell, why don't you tell the board what they're looking at with respect to these photographs?
Okay, so they're not in order, so A2 and B2 is your before of a vanity and toilet. And then if you look at A1 and B1, that's the removal and just plugged up, patched up the floor, everything to the earth that's there.
Okay.
There was a pump, and that's going to be C3, that was like an injection pump, so that is now capped off. So that's your plumbing right there.
No, it is, hold on a second. I think it is numbered different. Mine and yours are different, the numbers. But that was Nora, you have the same number?
It should be all the same.
Oh, okay. This was outside, yeah, no worries.
Okay, so that shows that the plumbing that was inside the shed has now been removed, is that
Right,
correct?
so anything to make it livable, like what everything was against, is now removed. So
Okay.
it's back to a storage shed. And then a couple other pictures to show like the tools and whatnot. B3, I think they got it mixed up to where they said that was a kitchen. There was never any kind of kitchen sink in there or anything, it's just storage. At one time, there was a little flat top electric stove on top, but there was never any plumbing in there. So I just have a picture of it just to show you. That's
Hey,
just a count.
Nora, can you just let the record reflect that the other member that was not here is now here?
Mr. Modi has arrived.
Okay, all right, so go on, Mr. Cho.
So, I mean, basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. So the plumbing is done, it's out. When I had the architect, or, not the architect, the surveyor come out there, I had removed this small storage shed that was in the driveway. So that is up to date, that's gone.
Do you have a new survey?
I had to get the survey to get at the very beginning. They wanted
No,
survey.
that wasn't my question. My question was, do you have a new survey since those changes were made?
The change was before the first survey. There's no structural changes to need another survey.
Okay, I have,
That was under,
the file has a survey dated May 6th, 2025. Is that the most
That is-
recent survey?
Yes,
Okay,
that is the one.
okay. Is there anything that's on that survey that is no longer on the property?
No,
Okay, so everything that's on that survey, that was presumably the survey that the zoning officer reviewed, still is on the property, correct?
yes,
Okay, so all the variances that were listed in the July 16th, 2025 Board of Adjustment review memo are still there, is that right?
yes.
So there's been no changes to the overhangs or the sheds or anything, correct?
The only change before the survey was this picture. There was a storage shed on the driveway, it was very close to the fence line, and I removed it.
Okay, but that,
This is not on the survey. This is,
Right.
you know,
that was not on your survey anyways,
right. It's not-
right?
I just have a before picture.
Okay, so with respect to the physical layout of the shed,
Yes.
it's still in the same place,
Same layout.
it still has the same overhangs, et cetera, on it as it did when you made this application
Right.
to the board, is that
Yes.
correct? Nothing's been modified?
No.
Okay. Okay, so,
Only the interior, taking out everything that can make it livable.
okay, so the variance, you're still requesting the same variances as you originally requested? Nothing's been modified? Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So what is it that you want the board to do? You want the board to grant all these variances for you so that you can keep everything that's currently existing? That, if my recollection is, your father installed before he passed away?
It's all, many years ago. I have the original, permits from when he did it all. It is, what's the date here? Oh, 1991.
What is that you're showing us?
This was the original, permit that he pulled in 1991 for the shed that we're talking about. So he, everything was permitted.
Well, that was what he originally
That's
did,
the original,
right? But
That
my,
doesn't look like a permit, though.
my recollection, based upon your prior testimony, is that since then, he added some overhangs and things like that, right?
No, they're on there. It's on there.
Okay. All right, well, since you're showing the board that, maybe we need to mark that as A2,
Okay.
so that that the board can actually look at what it is that you're showing.
Right. I'm sorry, I should have made copies of that one too.
Is the issue that they talked, that he just showed us? That his father put in?
That thing?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Here's a
What is
permit.
this?
Would you like me to give this to you?
So why don't you, Nora has is that your only copy of it?
Yes.
Okay, well, you might have to get a copy from Nora later.
Should that they complained of it?
Yes, the whole
And
thing.
it's still there? It's
Yeah,
still there?
nothing's changed.
So how come
Nope.
how come it says,
You don't have to decide whether I can take it down.
well, here's, and where is it?
Somewhere here, back here.
I don't recall, when was the last time anybody lived in this shed?
Right before my father called the town. and it was for a total of 2 months. A friend's stepson had nowhere to go, his grandmother died. I put him up in the back, and it was for 2 months, and that was right before the first date.
So you guys put plumbing in there, electric, and
That was all in there, yeah.
it was there before
It
he
was there
came?
before, yes.
So somebody lived in there before?
Nobody was in there, no. It was just vacant. You know, I paid the taxes, everything else for my father. I don't live there. So I said, okay, here's an opportunity, you know, I can make a couple bucks, try to alleviate all the money I paid for him to stay there, and me not being there. Because, you know, rights are, I own the house, whatever. He didn't, you know, he's 90-some years old. He didn't want anybody back there, so he called the town just multiple times. He's the one that complained. Oh, there's somebody back there. So, there you go, you know? And
He
that's,
complained on himself?
I'm sorry?
He complained on himself?
Yeah.
Because he wanted the guy out. He
Yeah,
wanted
well,
the-
because I own it, you know? It's a back and forth thing with my old man and me, you know?
All right,
It's,
okay.
What is,
Strange deal.
what is A2? Did we figure out what that was? Is it a building permit?
There's a permit from 1978 for a 20-foot by 8-foot shed. And the second drawing is for a permit from 1991 for a new roof and extension. So I don't know if the new roof and extension is from a shed, for a shed, or for the house.
But it looks like, doesn't it look like what was pictured?
well, you see the front part of it. Let me dig some more, I probably might have,
So the issue
Yeah, please.
before the board
Yeah, please.
is the shed is non-conforming, both with respect to side yard and rear yard.
Okay.
And with respect to that yards and courts open decks, I assume that there's some kind of deck in the back, yeah. And the shed is pushing the building coverage and the impervious coverage over what's allowed.
Okay.
So those are the issues that were called out by the zoning officer. And it appears, based upon the zoning officer's review, that this was a code enforcement issue as well, because someone was living in the shed at the time.
So we believe we dealt with the code enforcement.
Seems like that's been dealt with.
Okay. And now it's just impervious and,
Setbacks and impervious
okay.
coverage.
Is there anything in the shed now? Do you use it for anything?
storage, tools, he does woodworking, not anymore, but.
Right.
You know, there's a bunch of tools and storage.
So if the board asked you to take the shed down,
Ooh,
oh,
that would be a disaster.
Right.
It's built very well, and it's huge, you know, I mean, I can't see why that would be something that would be needed to be done.
So is there an actual, Nora, is there any way to find out if we actually have a permit for that 1991 work, or is that just a drawing of it, or I don't know?
That's a permit, isn't it?
Is that a-
No, this is a drawing.
All right, well,
Just going through
I have more paperwork.
Do you have any stamps on it, Nora?
More archive,
From 1991, and it does have a stamp from the construction department,
It would
but
seem
it's not a
that-
permit.
So at that point, would they have had to come before the board of some sort to get that approved, or?
I don't know, it depended on the coverage.
Ah.
Things constructed after.
You also have by the way, you also have a January 16th, 2026 letter from the township engineer about impervious.
So that was just gonna get to two.
Yeah.
So, first of all, has your neighbors, right? Has anybody had issues with water in the past that you know of? Is there anybody here, or have you had this, first of all, have you had any discussions with your neighbors about the issues that you did see the letter, but from the town engineer?
right, and I have an email that the engineer cleared all that.
So didn't that come up
So I
before,
have
but
a
we never
copy.
got it?
There's an August 27th, 2025 letter,
Okay,
and there's a January 16th, 2026 letter. Do you all have both of those?
January 16th, yes.
He says that he's clear that it's not a problem.
This is one of those, everything happened before 2021 issues
Yeah.
Okay.
in the January 16th memo.
The permit was vintage 1970 something?
The original one.
The permit 78.
Okay,
for a 20-foot by 8-foot shed.
Okay, there's no survey attached to
No.
that, just the permit.
Can I add this for some more archive,
So John, do you agree with it that this?
I'm thinking that he has pre-existing non-conformity
Okay.
on the setbacks. I mean, it's 40 years ago.
Yes. So my only issue is, you did some good stuff getting rid of what we asked for, but is that an injector pump?
Yeah, sure.
Why was it capped and not just taken out?
it's cemented in. I could probably take the pump itself out, but the actual container is
Is
cemented
cemented, okay.
in. I can fill it with rocks, I mean, it's useless.
I don't know. I mean, I'm leaning towards he did some things that we requested. Yeah, your neighbors never had water from you,
No.
and you have no water
Never any
issues,
complaints.
nothing. And no one's here to object, I guess. I don't know. Up,
No, no,
up,
no,
up,
no.
up.
Stop talking.
No,
You can't speak over it.
Well, obviously, Mr. Tell, you would agree that the shed is never to be used for
Right.
habitation, correct?
Very clear.
I guess I have no problem. I think he did what he had to do.
are there any questions from the board of this application? Anyone in the audience would like to speak on the testimony that Mr. Tell has given on his application? I see none. Is there anyone in the audience that is opposed to this application? I see none. One of our members, please make a recommendation for approval.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna recommend approving it. I think Mr. Tell did do just about everything we asked him to do. It's kind of a messed up situation. It goes back a long time. His father's deceased. The people are not living there anymore.
Your father's just-
Is your father
I thought,
passed?
oh, he's not
Oh,
deceased. I thought you
sorry.
said-
That was
Father's still
Okay,
there.
sorry,
Yeah.
okay,
But,
okay.
That was my mistake.
I apologize for that. But we seem like we came to a reasonable, rectification of the issues.
I appreciate it.
So I'll be voting for it.
Would one of our members like to frame a resolution, please?
Application 25:40, Mark Tell, 18 Jefferson Avenue, Block 598, Lot 25, Zone R-4, to issue C variance to legalize the shed contrary to Section 430-10C, side and rear yard, Section 430-10I, and Section 430-34, column 10 and 13.
Second.
And I would assume that the conditions are that the plumbing shall not be returned to the shed,
Correct.
Yeah.
No one shall live there,
and no one shall
No
live
one
there, correct?
Yeah.
temporary or permanent.
Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Mazzarella.
Yes.
Modie.
Yes.
Pishapati.
Yes.
Ready.
Yes.
Grignani.
Yes, application's approved. You will be receiving a letter from the township at that time. You may go for your
I appreciate it very much.
He gets his own.
Good luck.
Do you want the rest of these papers? I'll take back the archive.
No,
No,
that's there,
that's part of the
no.
record.
That's in the records.
Good luck.
Good evening, thank you very
Very
much.
well. Application 26:13, Johnny, 19 Madison Avenue, Block 605, Lot 9, Zone R4. A C variance to construct a new single-family dwelling with attached garage, roofed front porch, shed, deck, patio, and other site improvements contrary to Section 430-35, columns 3 and 10, Section 430-275X. Good evening, Mr. Johnny.
You raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
State your name, spell your last name, please.
Johnny Rakesh.
Could you please bring the microphone closer to you?
Close
so-
to you.
Johnny Rakesh.
Okay. And are you the only one that's going to be testifying this evening?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any professionals with you today, an architect, engineer, or anything like that?
No.
So why don't you tell the board what it is that you're here for? Why are you here?
Just asking for
Can you
variance.
pull the microphone closer?
Yeah.
Close the microphone, please. Yes.
I just would like that variance to be approved, that's it.
but what do you want to do on the property? What are you proposing to do on the property?
New house construction.
So to be more clear, you're coming to us, we know your intention is to build a house, but you are asking for exemptions to to what's on the books for what you're allowed to do. So you need to give a little bit of detail on why you need it, and we should approve it.
Well,
Before you respond, Scott, maybe you ought to try to deal with some of the simple parts of this application. One of the variances is lot width. You can see from the survey that the property is adjoining or developed. So the possibility of remedying that, that's the case. The other variance is lot coverage. And if you read general report, it's a little different than the normal. It appears that they comply. Because the bottom line says the allowed building coverage is 22.5. He's proposing 22.3.
Yeah.
So it would appear that that variance, although without the additional 100 square feet, which is part of the ordinance, it wouldn't comply, but it does comply with that provision. So it seemed to me, that variance
Is acceptable?
is not a variance under the code.
Oh. So building coverage
So
is not.
the other outstanding variance would be the positioning of the driveway, and I think you need to discuss that, because it's kind of odd the way it's drawn anyway.
So let's get back to the building coverage issue. So the proposed building coverage is 22.31%.
Right.
But, and we're presuming that that includes that 100 square foot shed,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And is that reflected on the, is there a zoning chart on the plans? Is that what the plans show?
Madam Chair, can I cut in here for a second? Because I think we have a more overreaching issue. We have two memos from the engineering department,
Yeah.
both of which reference a site plan by Thomas G. Stearns, P.E., and one specifically says GB Engineering. The plans that we have absolutely no identification on who prepared them. So the plans that the engineering department reviewed are not the plans that we're looking at right now.
Oh, that's not good.
There's no identification on who prepared this.
None of the plans, right? The survey,
There appears to be a copy of a survey on here. I'm seeing items like point of beginning, which would suggest that this is a copy of a survey. However, the setbacks are given in feet and inches, which is very unusual. Typically, only architects do that. But there's no survey referenced on this plan. Again, there's no author referenced on this plan. So I'm not sure how we can, if we're reviewing plans that are different than what the engineer reviewed.
Good catch.
Did the engineer say he's satisfied with the plan?
Yeah.
But we don't know what plans he saw.
Well, he saw this, the township engineer reviewed plans by GB Engineering, specifically Thomas Stern, who is a PE, a professional engineer, and I know him to also be a land surveyor.
Okay.
The plans we have aren't there's no author
Yeah,
identified.
right. Weird, huh?
And setbacks are given in feet and inches, which an engineer or a surveyor will never do.
But I have done my site plans with
Can you
GB.
speak into the microphone,
We
please?
can't hear.
I have done my site plans completed with GB Engineering.
But it's not, doesn't say that anywhere on here on the plan we have.
Oh. I'm surprised. I do
So
have
are
that
we.
signed and sealed with me.
Do you have
Again?
the copy of that drawing, that
Yes, I
signed and
do.
sealed?
Yes, I do. It's in my car. Can I bring it?
got to be on the record 10 days
Yeah,
prior.
it's going to be submitted to the board for other people to review it. Who's going to?
I mean, what I was told by zoning department, that once this variance will be exempted, I will then have it approved with site planner, have them seal and sign again, and then resubmit to zoning.
Yep.
As a final one. I have done it, that's, the existing plans on this, maps, it's actually being done by architect, based on the site plan I have prepared with GB engineering. I was told by zoning department that once board approves your variances, let's say for example, if they do not have any questions, I will then have it up again, revisit GB engineering to have them update the plans and have it sealed, signed, and resubmit to zoning.
But we can't ask you questions about the plans if we don't have the actual plan, right? I mean, there's no way for us to look at or question anything
And if
in
Bill's saying-
reference to the variance if we don't have the actual plan to look at.
And I think Mr. Johnson said it really has to be 10 days before. Correct, sir?
They have to be submitted so that members of the public, if they're interested,
Right.
have the opportunity to review your plans.
And there's definitely people here interested, so.
And the problem is, the site plan does not have the sheet on the,
There's no name on it.
There's
Yeah.
nothing,
None, yeah.
there's nothing.
Yeah,
There's no name on the survey, there's no name on the plans.
Your architect drew this up, he didn't sign, didn't put his name on it, didn't
Didn't make
sign
it
it,
official.
didn't seal it, didn't do anything.
So the crux of the issue is that the board doesn't know that the engineer looked at the same plans that the board is being asked to look at and approve. That's the ultimate issue, right, Mr. Levanowitz?
That's correct. And if an architect did prepare this, he took the survey and didn't acknowledge it, which is, it's required that when you take a survey and put it on your plan, it's required by state statute that you reference that survey and provide a signed and sealed copy of it.
It's not just that, all those are totally valid, but if you have objectors, what are they looking at?
Yeah,
Because
they don't know that they're looking at the same thing that the engineer looked at.
So you're gonna have
Which
to-
could be better or worse for you. Maybe whatever the engineer has would be better for them, they don't know.
Well, one of the comments that the township engineer made is that there's dry wells proposed, and there's no dry wells on this plan.
Okay, there you go.
So it does not appear that the board is going to be able to hear your applications, okay? I would suggest that you go back to your engineer and your architect, and you have them resubmit full sets of signed and sealed plans to the board secretary, before your next hearing, okay?
At least 10 days.
Yeah, at least 10 days before your next hearing, so that if there's members of the public that are interested, they have an opportunity to review it, and so that the board is satisfied that the comments they're getting from the engineer reference the same plans that they're being asked to approve, okay?
Do we also suggest that some people do bring their engineer or their architect
Yeah.
with them?
I personally think it's beneficial when you have what may be a complicated application, that you have a professional come with you to be able to answer questions that either the board or neighbors might have about, for example, how is the stormwater management system going to work? Is it going to prevent water from going onto my property? You're not able to answer those questions because you're not an engineer.
no.
You just said there's no stormwater management, and our engineer's saying there's dry wells. Right, Tom?
Well, there's two reports, and it's a little
Wait,
strange.
hold on, just,
There's two reports, one dated
Okay.
April
So what is-
20th.
What is the date on that?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tom.
Okay, sit down.
One is
You can-
dated April 20th, and it references the January 23rd, 2026 plan by GB Engineering. That one says that the applicant proposes a dry well. It makes some statements about the sump pump and the soil moving permit, and curb detail. Then there's another memo, April 30th, 10 days later, 2026, referencing the same January 23rd, 2026 plan by Thomas G. Stearns, which I know that's GB Engineering. And then there it talks about a decrease in impervious surface, and that stormwater management's not required. So my question is, I've got two memos here referencing the same plan. One says there's a dry well, one says doesn't need a dry well.
And they don't explain why it was changed, their opinion, if that was all true.
Well, it
Correct?
says that the April 30th said there's a 246 square feet decrease in impervious surface.
Okay.
But we don't
But
know.
it doesn't, I don't know if, maybe the April 30th was a revised plan that now longer shows the dry well? I don't know.
Okay, so we need to find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should go with the latest one, right?
Well, we
Oh,
should go with
we
the
don't know what
one
plan it's-
Yeah, with
that's
the plan.
referencing the plans
Plan,
that the applicant wants you to approve.
Right.
yes.
And you need to clarify whether the area of the shed was or was not included in the calculation.
Did include it.
You did?
It did.
How do you know that?
My architect did confirm to me that it did include it in the building coverage.
Does that show on any of the plans?
It does show on the architect plans.
Okay, those are the ones that he didn't sign, he didn't put name on. No zoning schedule, oh, yes, there.
On the zoning chart, on the large,
Survey.
the large plan shows, tabulates all of the impervious cover, and the shed is on there.
Okay. So
But it doesn't show-
that question is answered then.
But it doesn't show the percentage of lot coverage as proposed. It just shows the raw number. 1785, right?
Okay.
Right, Tom?
Right, I mean, it says required is 20%, it says 1,600 square feet, so anything over 1,600 square feet's a variance.
That may be like one.
Right here, Phil.
So how is it not?
Yeah, I see, but then proposed is 1785, so that's 185 square feet over, more than just the 100 square foot shed. We don't know that percentage, we could figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just math. Yeah, so it's more than just a shed that's
It's
putting it
more
over.
than just the shed that's pushing it over.
Right.
I mean, those concrete walkways, covered porch. So I think that is what, that was also included in that building coverage. I was told that covered porch is the part of building coverage.
Well, the bottom line
It
is,
over.
the bottom line is you're gonna have to come back.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're gonna have to make sure that the signed and sealed plans that you wish the board to review and approve are the ones that are on file at least 10 days before the hearing. And I would strongly recommend that you come back with a professional to be able to answer questions about your plans.
But I'm surprised right now that when I came with 5 copies of sign and seal, I was told that please have your architect update the plan as per what you required on your property and submit it. And at that time, I was not asked to submit sign and sealed site plans. Even I did have resubmitted those my plans to zoning department.
So here is the thing, we have a site plan, but this doesn't show this is prepared by whom.
No, I do have a site plans with sign and sealed stamps.
Why
with
didn't you
me.
submit those?
I'm surprised, I was not asked for that.
Who has to ask? You have to apply, right?
I did apply, and again, 2 times I have submitted to zoning,
There's a
Oh,
there's a checklist, it specifically says what you would file.
and that is what I have done it
And
with.
it says
Yeah.
surveys.
Yes. That is, why would I,
This is not a survey, this is an architect's drawing,
I understand,
using somebody else's survey. not
why would
our-
I pay $4,500 to GB Engineering for,
Yeah.
just for nothing?
No, that is true, but, you know, it's not as per proper submission. You know, properly, the latest one, what you are proposing should be on the file for us to review. If it's not there, then on what basis we going to decide?
Tom, the drainage issue where we have one letter talking about dry wells, and the second letter 10 days later saying you don't need them, because of that 2021.
Right.
Which plan should he bring back?
Whatever one he wants to build, no?
Plan that he wants to build.
The latest.
We need to see the January 23rd, 2026 plan that the April 30th report seemed to be,
Referencing.
yeah.
You may wanna note down this date.
So
That's gonna be helpful.
that would include the dry wells.
Well, it seems that a dry well is shown on that unless the second letter somebody forgot to change the date of the report, and maybe the second letter was a revised version of the first. I don't know, we can't really
Yeah,
say.
This is just last Monday. I got
No,
a call from,
Why we have two letters? Just can you explain?
honestly speaking, this is something, this letter I got a call from township engineer, and they said that, Rakesh, for what reason you have had this storm water and everything have been done? Because you are anyway within the impervious coverage. Maybe you are decreasing your impervious coverage. I mean, why would GB Engineering charge you so much? It's nothing. They should have actually called me and discussed with me. I would have said them, no, you do not need stormwater.
So you took the stormwater, your engineer took the stormwater off the
Exactly.
plan? Okay.
So there's a,
My engineer should supposed to call.
But
township-
that's not referenced in his letters now.
I don't know, like I said, it's possible that the township engineer
He did talk to me.
made a copy of the first letter to make the second and forgot to change the date of the plan.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, by the way, the plan,
There's a lot of different things that could have happened.
the plan is dated March 5th, 2026,
And
not January 23rd, 2026.
Well, the plans that we have aren't prepared by GB Engineering, so. It's not
Right,
the
so
same plan.
even if there's some confusion, we are telling you what you need to do.
Yeah,
There's no
what
getting
you
around.
plan to build, what you plan to build and want to build on that property needs to be turned in. They need to look at it, the engineers, I assume, right, to make sure that everything's copacetic, and we need to see those plans to be able to
Signed.
hear this.
So all you just need the site plan signed and sealed, correct?
Well, we
need
need the right plans.
Right.
We also
The
need
plan
to
that's
address this
referenced in
issue
the
with the
memos.
dry wells and these two letters.
There is no drivers required.
No, but you're not here, but we have conflicting information. So that needs to be cleared up. It's not just us. If you have neighbors that have questions or are objecting, they need to have proof so that when you answer them, they could see it. It might help your cause. They might think it's worse than it's gonna be, and you could show them, hey, this is what we're doing, and you won't have problems. So it could probably work out for your favor. This is not a big thing, maybe, if you just get everything in order. And we're sorry if there was any confusion, but, you know, the plans that we have are not what we should have.
What I need tonight is like a step-by-step, what you want me to come with
Okay.
next
Yeah.
time, so that I know
So
that what
I
should
think they answered, we need the signed and sealed plans
Site plans,
for what we need to look at,
okay?
okay?
Okay.
We need to address the letters, correct, Tom?
Correct.
Okay, is there anything else that we need?
Who
And,
addressed-
and maybe you should have, like Mr. Johnson said, a professional, especially if you think you might have an objector, could help you, because if you start your testimony with, I want, that's not a great answer to get a variance. It's I need, and this is why I need, or this is not the problem that you think it is. And a professional would probably answer that better than you, probably, but that's just, you don't have to do it, it's up to you.
But the only reason I'm testifying myself, just because the very first variance is 40 to 50 feet, which is existing non-conforming. I cannot buy 10-foot land from my next doors. No one will be ready to give it to me 10 foot from left or right. And
So like I said, if you feel comfortable answering the questions,
Yes.
that's on you.
And the second one is the driver setback. Let's say, for example, if I am not allowed to do that driver setback, which is allowed 0, I mean, proposing I'm 0, but there should be required 5 foot from the property line. I will then add the same 5 foot coverage on the right-hand side. I'm ready to do that. The third one is, I'm just going over by just 0.79%. I don't think I do need professional to answer these 3 small points.
Then present the case
That's up to
yourself.
you.
That's okay. Present the case yourself. That's fine.
Okay, so just for the site plans and sign and seal plans, I have
You
some
need to get it straightened out with the engineer. That last letter confuses everything. So you need a verification from the township engineer's office that the plans he's reviewed, the date, the preparer, the survey as well,
Yes.
So you need to
confirm
send
that,
survey?
and then,
Okay.
do we solve the problem with the, coverage calculation? No.
Yeah, the coverage is all itemized out here nicely, actually.
So they do need a variance,
Yeah, they need a variance for, building coverage.
and is that the 185 square feet?
Yes.
Okay.
As
You're
per
gonna have
what-
to justify
As per
that.
what I see, allowed is 21.25. I am proposing 22.31. So in the note below, what I'm reading, due to the zoning ordinance, which states accessory storage shed may cover an additional 100 square footage over and above the maximum building coverage permitted in the district. The allowed building coverage is 22.5%, 20% plus 1.25%. So I'm not going that much.
Here's the issue,
Yeah.
okay?
Still gotta get approval for it.
You get, basically you get an extra 100 square feet
Okay,
because of the shed,
okay.
okay? That is, you get that, okay? But you're not just asking for another 100 square feet, you're asking for another 185 square feet. So
Okay.
there's 85 square feet that you still need the building coverage variance for,
Okay.
okay? Is that correct?
Yes.
I got it, right, Tom? So you understand? So you still do need a variance for building coverage, okay? But the issue that the board, I think, is struggling with is they're not entirely clear as to whether you do or you do not need stormwater management issues. And that is it seems like maybe you don't, but that is an issue that I know the board is very interested in, and I would suspect that your neighbors might also need some assurance that how you're going to deal with stormwater.
And again, in the April 30th, it says, if there's no increase in impervious surface since March of '21, stormwater management is not required. So but again, we don't know, we don't have the plan he was looking at when he said that.
Right.
So I think there should be a communication from township engineer to office. That's what I'm guessing.
You can think that all you want,
Yeah,
but
be
you don't
just-
have the right plan.
Whatever the case, we are where we're at. So I would suggest taking heed, not giving us a lecture on what we might need. We understand, but we don't have what we need. So let's move forward so we can get this.
And when
Look
can I
at-
expect the next date? Maybe after 2 months or 3 months?
You're gonna find out right now.
Okay.
Norm, may we carry this application, please?
I think May 20th is probably too soon. I mean, we
Yeah, probably would, yeah.
May 20th.
Yeah, so, June 3rd should probably be enough time.
So that would be less than a month,
Oh, that
At
would be
7 or
really great.
7:30?
better than 2 or 3 like you thought.
Can you make it possible within the date, 10 days before,
Yeah, you need.
June 3rd, you
Everything
have to
has to be
submit
done.
everything?
No, I'm ready to.
Okay.
I'm
At the end by
anyway
May
having a
20.
sign and sales plan in my cart. I was not.
And
known
also,
actually.
not only that, maybe you need to talk to the engineer.
June 3rd.
Our engineer may have to get the plans 10 days advance, then he may recommend, right?
Well, I don't review these. This is a
Yeah.
single family. I don't review them. I kind of sit here and make sure that in case this happens.
So you earned your money tonight.
But they have to,
The right one.
we're just getting some clarifications. I can call the township engineer tomorrow
Great.
and tell them what
happened.
happened. And so I can get them on the same page.
Great. Okay, so when do we have a date?
June 3rd, what time?
June 3rd, 7:30.
7:30.
Okay, so if there's any members of the public that are here on this application is being carried to June 3rd of 2026 at 7:30. You're not gonna get any further notice of that. No, you're not gonna get any, this is your notice right now.
It's the
June-
first Wednesday of the month.
June 3rd at 7:30. You're not gonna get a notice. 6/3/26, 7:30.
Okay.
Okay.
So you need a motion.
May we have a motion,
Motion.
please?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Janney, we will see you on June 3rd at 7:30 in the evening.
And sometimes it's helpful for applicants who see that there are neighbors who might have questions about their application to have conversations with those neighbors. Just a suggestion.
Well,
Great.
these are the people that came, and it's a good idea possibly to speak with
Great
them.
idea, Counselor.
Sometimes it helps.
I know why they are here. They just would like.
You
to
know,
have a
they don't
voice.
need to know.
We don't need to know.
We don't need, they don't need to know, but if you have conversations with your neighbors, sometimes it helps.
Chairwoman?
Yes, yes, a motion to adjourn? All in favor?
Aye.
Good evening. And our next meeting starts at 7:30 in the evening. Please be here a few minutes before.
No, seven, because we carried
Seven.
Trivedi,
Yes,
Right?
Trivedi is at 7 o'clock.
right? The next meeting is Trivedi, right?
Trivedi.
Yep.
No, no.
No, you're 7:30.
7:30.
Are they gonna be able to see the map, the planning
That'll,
before?
that'll be available, isn't it available?
The applicant has been told to submit the plans 10 days